Hello, hello. My name is Russ Simon, and welcome to Leadership Solutions. I'm so excited that you joined me today and excited to start us on a little mini series on how to help create lasting change, especially with the people that we work with. So this applies to us personally. We got to implement these first as we own them. Then we'll be able to help other people do it as well as be able to implement it, whether it's on our team or with our organization. So the information that I'll be sharing with you today comes mainly from the Crucial Learning team. They wrote Crucial Conversations and they wrote the book Influencer, The New Science of Leading Change. Great book that explains this framework really well. But I'll be going through that over this video and the next two to be able to implement and introduce those different sections. But this is where you can go to find all the goods that go with it. And on the personal side of things, they have another book called Change Anything, which really focuses on that personal side of things. So the two parts that I want to hit today as we get going, let's just pull this in a little bit closer, is that anytime that we want to create change, there's a couple of things that we're working with or without. And one of those is what we call motivation or our will. Like, here's what I want to do. So we've got this desire, this goal, something that we're looking for. And if we're thinking in the business aspect, like, what is that want that we've got to do? And then the second part is the ability that we need. And this is the skill or the can do. Can I do it? So within this framework, the very first thing that we're looking at is there's really six key components to change and making sure that that change is implemented in a lasting way. And the first part that we're going to hit today, just really quickly, is this component right here, which is the personal side of things. And that's where we really need to help someone take ownership. I mean, we can compel them, I guess, in a work type setting to do it, but we want to help them not just be motivated to do something, but inspired to do something. And so I want to bring that component in as well because there are different ways to motivate people and there are different ways that people are motivated. But the real want to, and do they have the will to do that? What can we do to help inspire that? And that's one of the things I love about leadership is all about influence. And how can we influence people and inspire them? And then not just inspire them, but equip them and give them what they need. Because it's one thing for, say, my son or my daughter's working with an employer and the employer helps them feel inspired to do something. But if they can't do it, if they don't have the skill set to be able to do it, then it doesn't really matter. So we got to go from willpower to skill power, is what I like to call it, or from the inspiring them to actually empowering them to be able to do it because now they've got not just the mindset, but they've got the school's skill set and the tool set to be able to do it. So I want you to think about that when you're helping to elicit change with people on the individual level and influencing them, motivating them, and inspiring them to do something. Are you not just leaving them with the mindset, but are you leaving them with the skill set and the tool set that they need to be able to do it? Without that, even on that personal level, they won't really be able to make the change that they need to. In fact, I want you to think anecdotally in your own life. Have you ever been in a situation like that where, whether it's a well-intended leader or just a poorly suited leader, was trying to help you to do something you both want, maybe even they've influenced you, they've inspired you, they've motivated you to do this, but they left you to do it or they sent you to do it maybe without the right skill set or tool set to be able to do that. Without that, it's really hard to be successful. And so, as you think about that in your own life and when you've experienced that, now it's time to reflect on our current leadership. And with each individual that we're working with on our team or in our organization, those that we get to touch and influence and inspire and motivate, when we give them those tasks, whether through delegation or their role and responsibility that they've already got, are we also giving them the skill set and the tool set that they need to be able to succeed? Just a good one to pause and think about. Now, this is where I come in, and I love to help organizations and individuals like yourself. Should you recognize actually there is a need there, and I don't know that I have the skill set or the tool set myself to be able to do it. So, again, with Leadership Solutions, what I get to do is I get to come in and I get to bring to you certified coaching, training, speaking, whatever it is that you happen to need. In fact, my certification comes through the John C. Maxwell organization. So you can see right behind me here, the leadership game, which is one of the tools that I use to help improve these skill sets, along with some of his books and others. And I'm not, although I am certified as a Maxwell coach, trainer, and speaker, it's not the only thing that we can draw from, right? We've got every book on the shelf that we can take off and we can look inside and see what frameworks do they have? What principles are they teaching? Does Patrick Lencioni have something to help us out here? Liz Wiseman, Kim Scott, Simon Sinek, Greg McEwen. How can we bring in each of these individuals and help out? And that's one of my specialties. One of my superpowers is, as well, first of all, my passion in leadership, growth, and development. And my one of my superpowers is just to connect information. And I've just been given a gift where I'm able to consume that information, connect dots, make it stick, and then I'm able to bring that out in training for you. So as you, I think probably do a really good job of influencing, inspiring, and motivating your people. Could you use someone else to come in and help you with the skill set and tool set side of things? One that you'll see right behind me here is the DISC personality report. I have 8 different reports that I can bring to your team, depending on the need that you've got to help you. And once again, man, if we're talking about personal change, one of the best ways to learn what motivates a person, how to influence them, what will really inspire them is to know their personality. Which of these are they really working from and leaning into? And how do you speak their language and communicate with them in a way that really speaks their language? If we want to connect, we got to speak someone's language. So, uh, thank you for joining me today for our leadership solution today, which is if we're going to begin with change, it's got to start at the personal level. And when we start to work with those people, the first thing that we need to do is influence them in an inspiring way that helps them feel motivated. And once they've got that motivation, we need to equip them and empower them with the tool set and the skill set to be able to do that. And if that's something that I can do to help you, please reach out, let me know. You can find my contact information in the description of this video or in the whatever the description is for social media you're finding this. Or just look me up on the web, Russ Simon Leadership Solutions, and reach out. I'll be happy to connect and excited to help you out. Thank you. Bye bye.